The ancient city of York in the north of England is world famous for its heritage and its chocolate box appearance. Every year, millions of tourists flock to see this beautiful city. They also come to sample some of its ancient Viking heritage, which is celebrated annually in a festival. However, this wonderful town has more to offer than just the Vikings. There is the grand Gothic minster at the heart of the city, and also one of the earliest paved streets in all of Britain. The people who paved this street also built a bathhouse just round the corner, on top of which now sits a pub. And it was in York in the AD 306 that Constantine was named as their new emperor. I refer, of course, to the Romans, who founded this city as the Fortress Iberacum in AD 71. To many, Romans take centre stage in York, and in 1901, in the Bootham Gate area, there was a remarkable find. Works to expand the street unearthed the grave of a wealthy Roman woman. She was carefully exhumed, packed away, and never seen again. In 2010, the remains were re-examined. She quickly gained the nickname the Ivory Bangle Lady because of the ivory bangles with which she had been buried. These, along with the other items in her grave, spoke of a woman of wealth and taste. Fine blue glass and other luxury objects confirmed that this woman was no stranger to the finer things in life. She clearly had money, and more likely than not, she probably owned some sort of business. This assemblage quickly paints a picture of a wealthy, elite Roman woman living out the type of lifestyle that many people imagine when they think of the Romans. However, the Ivory Bangle Lady had one more surprise. Analysis of her teeth and her skull and a reconstruction of her facial features quickly revealed that this woman had come from Africa. Analysis of the minerals in her teeth showed that this striking visage had travelled the full breadth of the Roman world, where now ruins stand as testimony to the size and scope of the Roman Empire. Africa had a huge effect on the classical world in sculpture, clothing, and architecture, not least because much of the grain supply for Rome itself came from Egypt and parts of Libya. We may never know what enticed the Ivory Bangle Lady to the strange province of Britannia. Perhaps she had relatives in the army. However, it is clear that when she came to the gates of Iberacum, she would have entered a world which was familiar the empire over. People from around the world trading goods, haggling, and fighting to get the best possible price. And in this environment she thrived. She lived in great luxury, and when she died, people paid her great homage, nailing a plaque to her coffin which read, "Hail, sister, may you live in God." The Roman Empire is often seen as a homogeneous entity, full of people who looked and acted and talked the same. However, the Ivory Bangle Lady challenges this assumption and shows that this was not the case. While economic globalization may be a new phenomenon, multiculturalism certainly is not. This was at the heart of the strength of the Roman Empire, it occurred way before the Romans, and it has happened ever since. Perhaps this is one of the most important roles of archaeology, to stand in the face of ignorance and highlight not only how we have changed, but also those places where we have stayed the same. This is probably the greatest legacy of the Ivory Bangle Lady who came to live in Roman York.